Evening, good afternoon, or wherever you are. This is a new episode of Sex, Love, Tea podcast. My name is London, and today's topic is Beyond the Secrecy, healing from the emotional toll of dating DL men. So, we just going to dive right into it because this is a touchy topic. This is a very touchy topic because I'm one of those people that actually at one point had relations with private people. Because remember, if you heard my recent podcast episodes, I said that I was going to start saying private and not DL on my podcast because I don't want it to be offensive towards anybody or anything in that aspect. So we're going to keep it as private, okay? So, yes, I had more than a few dealings with private men. And if I say, since I've been out, probably like 20, I messed around with about 20 private men. And out of all 20 of them, I would say five, probably like five or between five and 10, I actually started getting, a little feelings for her. And then to break that 10 down and then do five, that five of them I really, really liked. And the fact that I have to hide my feelings and the fact that we can't just chill, go to the movies together, even walk to the fucking store together because of your secrecy. So basically, my whole thing is dealing with a private man if you're already out. To me, it feel like you're going back in the closet because you can't tell nobody who you're dating. You can't tell nobody who you fucking. You can't tell nobody who dick you sucking every day. Like you can't tell nobody. So it's kind of, and I'm sorry, not every day. Not every day. Because it's not an everyday thing. And that's the problem. Because I could want you every day, but I can't get you every day. And how fair is that to me? Because you come in and when we behind closed doors, we laid up, we kissing, you listening to music, I'm listening to music. We just in each other's space. And that's what I'm okay with. I don't have to we don't necessarily have to be fucking or anything like that. Just as long as we in each other's space. And the fact that when I'm having dealings with private men, when I'm in their space, if I'm if it's one of the ones that I really, really like and I'm in their space, I want to continue to be in their space. I probably, to be honest, if I'm chilling at home or whatever with a private man or whatever that I'm really turned on to, unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to just chill because even if we laid up or whatever, I just would be rock, rock, rock hard. I'm sorry. I'm just telling the truth. Like, that's how I will be because I'm really turned on to you. And so I'm going to talk about one specific person. Okay. Remember, we don't do no names on here. We don't do no outing anybody or anything in that nature. That's not part of our reality over here. We don't get down with outing people or saying people names on it, it's just not right. And you know, my whole thing is when we deal with these DL men, right? I'm sorry. When we deal with these private men, right? We basically sign a NDA. Basically, that's what we're doing. We're signing an NDA, and it's not fair, but it's an invisible NDA. It's not there. It's just the words. When we, "Oh, I'm not telling nobody, and I'm not gonna tell nobody." Okay, I get it. All right, we done signed the NDA. Now what? So we going to dive in, and we going to talk about this one specific person, right? Okay, so um, this one specific person, he was like staying. My mom was renting a room to him or whatever, and then my mom passed or whatever, but he still was renting a room at that time. So after my mom passed, he needed to get his stuff out of the house or whatever. So um I forget who had somebody was like such and such looking for you. Because he said he need to talk to you and he need to get his stuff out the house or whatever. So I'm like, all right, well, and then they gave me his number, so I hit him up or whatever. I told him blah 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 blah. Blah. I'm gonna be still. I'm gonna keep the house for blah 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 blah. Whatever we talked about. So long story short, when we started texting, we started really texting, and he threw back at me. It seemed like you want static with me, and I'm like, I don't know what that means. To me, being a '90s baby, static to me is to me. I would think static is rumbling, right? You want static with me, but no, he meant I want to fuck or let him fuck. I suck his dick, whatever. So when we got into that and the flirting started going on, and mind you, I was extra shocked because I been had a crush on him, right? I've been had a crush on him, but he a hood corner nigga, sell drugs and all of that, whatever. So I'm one of them type of people. I don't just come on to anybody, especially if you're not showing me no signs of we can get down or anything like that, because I'm not disrespectful in that space to where as though I'm just going to bluntly come out there and then just, it's just not something that I do. So I'm not just going to come out and do that. I'm sorry about the pause. I had dropped my headphones. They had came off. But yeah, that's not something that I'm into or that I do either. Because I already told y'all that I don't out people. I don't do that. I don't walk around talking about who I done slept with or anything like that. I I already don't do that. Plus, I do not just come at anybody. I think that that is blatantly disrespect. If you don't know or don't have any type of signs or they not leading you on or any type of way, don't just bluntly come on to them. Like that's rude. Like, okay, so one time I had wrote somebody, and this is why I like men that really are comfortable in their sexuality, because nothing's going to phase them because they know who they are. So I wrote this person and I told them that I had a crush on them or whatever. Like, he fine and blah 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 blah. Long story short, he took the compliment. He took the compliment, but he said, "No, I don't get down like that. I don't blah 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 blah. But thank you. I appreciate like that. I couldn't say nothing else but you're welcome because that was amazing because he's being him. Like, I didn't I just told him how I, admired him, how I was attracted to him. What was wrong with that? Like I didn't touch him, I didn't try to come at him, like none of that. It wasn't no disrespect in there. So I'm not disrespectful with any of that. But anyway, so um we would started texting or whatever, and then we was texting, and then it got to the part that he like, yeah, you gonna suck daddy dick? Like this came, and I'm like, oh my god, yes, daddy, I'm gonna suck your dick so much, yes, yes. No, I'm just kidding. But yes, he did ask me that, and I went like, I mean, what's up? It is what it is. Like, you want it, I got it. You want it, I got it. Dripping like water, I got it. So he had to go by the house to get his things. So I had to be there to let him get his things.
I love it. You guys are so great.
So yeah, when he came to get his things, we chilled, we smoked, whatever, and he wound up going through something because I told him if you still wanted to rent the room, you could still rent the room or whatever. So he wasn't coming to really really grab his stuff. He was just coming to get some shit that he wanted to throw on and needed for a couple days or some shit like that. So that's what he came and did. And in the midst of that, he sat in a chair. And by the time his pants came down, when I tell you guys, this man was, I think he probably was harder than a brick. He probably was more harder than the brick. You know why? Because he was doing something that he was able to be himself. He was able, this this is something he's attracted to. He's attracted to certain, I'm gonna say certain guys because he kept telling me that like I never did nothing with a nigga, but it's something about you. It's something about you. And I get that all the time. And I guess they get the vibe as to where as though they know that I'm not spilling tea and I'm not out here spreading people businesses or anything like that. No, that's just not me. So yeah, I'm with the with it. I'm with the what's up? Like, but anyway, yes, he was harder than a rock. When I say he was harder than a rock, it was so sexy. Oh my god, because he dark skinned and his dick was so fucking good. It tasted so good, and the way he was watching me suck his dick, it was just like such a fucking turn on. Like, oh my god, I'm kind of turning myself on now because baby, that man dick. The only thing that irked me was when I start getting in this nigga is nothing, bro. He already nothing. It only been 5 minutes. Like, let me enjoy this beautiful sight and taste that I'm enjoying. Why did it only have to be like 5 minutes? That's not fair. Even though I did get a chance to do it about 4 times more after that time. Like 4 times more after that time. So, and each time he was hard as a fucking rock, harder than a rock. And again, it's because he's actually being himself. What's the problem with being attracted to both sex? Females are. It's not a big deal when they do it, but it's a big deal when males do it. That's not fair. It should just go both ways. If you, how can you judge somebody from being attracted to what they're attracted to? That's not fair. You hood niggas that's on the corner and all of that. I'ma shoot you, bro. Don't come around here no more, bro. You ain't part of this block. That's not fair. Why? He ain't changing who he is. He's not changing who he is. How y'all judging who he sleeping in the bed with? Because that's basically all it is. Because yeah, that's all it really be with private men. Because it goes so deep dealing with private men. It goes so deep and it hit a core because this guy, my I really started catching feelings for him on the low. Like, and when I say I was digging him, I started asking him what he, what size he wear, what clothes he wear, and blah 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 blah, so I could start getting him some clothes and stuff. Um, his daughter' birthday, he came and got like $100 from me. Like, I just started going there. I was getting there because that's what I'm really attracted to. A real hood nigga used to be just tall, light skin, skinny, nice body. I mean, that still is my ooh, yes. But right now, brown skin and dark skin is T. So being as though I said that, because he was dark skinned. He was just so fine in the way he talked to me when I'm sucking his dick and stuff. He let me eat his ass. Like, it was just amazing. But then it got to the point that I was texting, he wasn't texting back no more. Or he would ask if I'm going to be by the house so he could grab some more clothes. Like, it started getting a little bit distant, should I say. Like, even when I first sucked his dick, because he just got so paranoid. And a lot of these private men get paranoid because they're doing what they really want to do, but if anybody catch them, to some people that's their life. Some people die from that shit. Some people, their family deny them, their niggas deny them, everybody turn their backs on them, they judging them. So that's why it's not okay to out anybody or anything like that. It's not cool. That's just not okay. But yes, with him, I was catching feelings. And then he just turned the switch off. Like, I don't know. I really think that he just got back with his baby mom because you know how that is. And he was talking to her and all of that when he was with me and all of that. Like, granted, he was single, but he was conversating with her a lot or whatever. He even told me because I sucked his dick during Ramadan, and he gonna say, "Nah, you gonna have to be the only person sucking my dick the whole time of Ramadan," some shit like that. I don't know. Is that true, you guys? If you do something with somebody during Ramadan, they have to be that same person that you doing until Ramadan over. Like, is that true? Because I don't really know. I never really looked into that or ever even paid that any mind or anything like that. But anyway, so yes, it is an emotional toll that is just sitting on us because it's not fair that you could come out and play with us and then go back to your life and I can't say talk about you, even look at you if you walk in the street with your homies or some shit and we see each other like that's not fair because when you with me you open bubbly you like talking you still taking care of your business while you with around me like you can if you got kids you could talk to them like you do all of that but then soon as you walk away from me you cut that line with me and it's not fair because I could be laying in the bed by myself and just wanting you to be there or whatever because you came and played with me, but little did you know you played with me and got my feelings, but I played with you and it was just a nut because there's no way in your lifetime that you ever see yourself or be okay with you openly dating a male or whatever, you know? It can go both ways. But be mindful that we do have feelings. So when you come and you give off this, like we talking or some shit, like, all right, now we dating or some shit, you come and give that off, but then when you leave, you just straight cut it off. But yet you just built this whole fantasy over here with me, and now you back at reality. Like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Like, just if you're my thing is if you're gonna fuck around, then at least tell if you with somebody and you're fucking around, at least tell them like how much bad could go on because I was just I just had dealings with this private guy and he has a wife. And unfortunately, me and this private guy only can meet up when he's at work. You get tired of shit like that because I gotta go downstairs in the fucking basement that got dust on the chairs and shit like that just to suck your dick because you can't openly come and chill. Like, why? Why not? Why? So that is something that actually bothered me and I'm at the point now and it's not okay. Let me just say that it's not okay. I'm not saying that that whole situation was okay and him having a wife or whatever. Is it's not okay. Like just did not okay. But you can't come to my house or anything because it's like and then the thing about it is he told her that he used to have dealings with trans. Yes, y'all. Yes, he did. And to hear the rest of that story, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to Sex Love Tea Podcast on all streaming platforms. This is Beyond the Secrecy. healing from the emotional toll of dating DL men. Make sure you share, and listen out for the rest of this story. I'm out.